All of our iSensor Tpms tools are able to diagnose sensors at the wheel side. This is simply a process to test if a sensor is working, capturing relevant data fields to help understand the Tpms status on the vehicle more clearly. We do this by sending a radio signal to the sensors, triggering them to respond, and displaying the resulting information. Here we will demonstrate diagnosing sensors with the iSensor Original tool. Assuming that your tool is set to one-wheel mode, which is the default method found in the Settings menu. Select the first letter of the vehicle manufacturer from the Maker selection screen and press the Enter button, located in the center of the keypad. Now you can choose the relevant make, model and year of the vehicle, pressing the Enter button at each level to progress. Place the tool next to the side wall of the tire, adjacent to the valve stem, and press the Enter button whilst highlighting the Diagnose Sensor function. Once the sensor responds, the tool will display the data on screen. Every working sensor should respond with the unique sensor ID code and the tire pressure at a minimum. Additionally, many sensors now also transmit the temperature inside the tire as well as their own battery status, which will show as OK or low. This process can be repeated all around the vehicle, capturing the sensor data for all four wheels, as well as the spare, should there be a sensor installed there too. If you need to compare the ID codes stored in each wheel position, you can change the wheel option within the Settings menu from 1 wheel to 4. Now, when you go to the Diagnose Sensor option, it will show a top-down view of a car with the passenger front wheel flashing. From here, diagnose the sensor in the same way as previously described. The sensor ID code and tire pressure will appear on screen briefly, before the driver's front wheel begins to flash. Repeat the sensor diagnose process on each wheel, including the spare if applicable. You're then able to cycle around the records, wheel by wheel, to compare the sensor ID codes and tire pressures. This can be useful if you need to compare the sensor ID codes to those stored in the ECU in order to diagnose pressure monitoring system malfunctions. We talk about sensor ID matching with iSensor Original in more detail in its own training video.